What's going on, guys? EdTech here, bringing to you guys a review of the Edifier H850 headphones. So these headphones went for around $50 on Amazon, and I decided to pick them up because they labeled themselves as reference monitors. So I decided to pick them up to give them a try. Right out of the box, you get the headphones themselves, a 2-meter long cable, and a 1/4-inch adapter. So first impression wise, the phones themselves seem pretty stylish. They're small, they're compact, they're not too easy to carry around due to the fact that they don't fold, but in general they seem like you can take them around with you a lot easier than most over-ear headphones. The ear cups themselves are really soft and comfortable, and I was actually surprised to see that in headphones that are this cheap. Compared to my ATH M50s, these are leagues ahead in comfort. The ATH M50s have a pleather, hard cup around them that's just really uncomfortable to wear for more than 30 minutes. While these, I've worn them for a total of 3 hours in one duration, and they didn't hurt at all. They didn't hurt my ears. They got a little hot, but it didn't really bother me too much. One thing I can say is that the band itself doesn't seem to be too comfortable. You kind of feel a little bit of pressure towards the top of your head, but it isn't something that kind of stops you from wearing it. But headphones are all about the audio quality, so let's get to that. Now the frequency response is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, and the impedance is 32 ohms, so you shouldn't have too much trouble driving these with your cell phone or any other portable device. But frequency response doesn't really tell us too much about the audio quality itself, so from my experience so far with 24 hours with these headphones, I've found that the highs are actually a little too intense. It's to the point where I've had to lower the volume to what I would deem to be less than acceptable volumes to actually be able to deal with the highs. They can be a bit harsh and just not pleasant to listen to sometimes. Now, it's not the case with all songs. It's just certain songs that will have certain higher notes that kind of really affect your ears. Now, the mids themselves are actually really great. They're solid, they're clear, they have a little bit of warmth to them, but nothing that really you would say is coloring it too much. Now, the bass is another area where I kind of have a little bit of an issue because they seem to be a little overemphasized. Now, not too much to the point where you would call these to be bass heavy, but they definitely overemphasize the bass, and while that's actually enjoyable for me for listening to music, it's not great for monitoring. What you really want from a monitor is to have a flat response, and these headphones do not provide that. Now, is that a negative on them? Not really. They were $50 and they are really great for listening to music, but as monitors, which was what I intended to buy these things for, they don't really beat out my ATH M50s. Now, I wasn't expecting that since my M50s cost me $150 and these were only $50, but I did want to see a little bit more comparable performance. Even the M30s have performed better than these in terms of monitoring. Now, it's not to say that these are too bad as monitors, it's just you're better off looking somewhere else if you really want some dedicated monitors. These are great for listening to music, but not really anything else. Maybe they just need a little bit more burn-in, but so far the highs are really what is bothering me. But with a bit of EQ, you pretty much have a perfect sounding headphone for music. And they're really fun for music. They're comfortable. You don't really notice them on you. I do notice my ATH M50s on me. So usually when I'm using them, it's really just for monitoring purposes. It's never really for listening to music. Because while I enjoy a flat response for a lot of music, sometimes you want a little bit of emphasized bass. And these provide that, and the ATH M50s just don't provide the comfort or the real bass that I want to when I'm trying to enjoy myself. So these are great if you want to actually enjoy the music, but if you want to get any work or productive anything done, you're not going to be able to do it. Now, I haven't tried them out for gaming or anything, but I imagine that they're going to provide pretty much an adequate experience. I do prefer open back headphones for gaming because of the wider sound stage, but these themselves probably are not going to, ruin a video game or anything. Now, the highs may get a little annoying for certain aspects like, gunfire, but if you can just equalize that a little bit, you're pretty much set with a good pair of headphones right here. Now, I don't know if the manufacturer actually sells a shorter cable because 2 meters is actually really long for a cable that you're going to take around with you. I mean, these were meant for studio work, but they just don't cut it for that. They don't. The audio quality itself is great in certain aspects, but it's not great in a monitoring sense. You want that flat response, and this is not going to give it to you. You could try equalizing it, but at that point, you're putting in a lot more effort than you should. I would definitely recommend just picking up the ATH M30Xs, or if you have the money, the ATH M50Xs, because these are just not going to give you what you want. If you want some comfortable headphones to listen to music, these are it. They are cheap, dirt cheap. $50 for headphones like this is fantastic, but they aren't the monitors that they advertise themselves as. Now, on the box itself, it doesn't say that they're monitors anywhere, but looking on the Amazon page, they did say that they were monitors, and I was a bit disappointed, but I mean, I already have my M50s. I can just get different ear pads for them, and that'll be fine. And these are essentially going to be my go-to music headphones from now on, because they do that job better than anything else that I have. So, as an added note, I would like to mention that I tried using these headphones to actually monitor and, edit this video itself. And I ended up switching back to the ATH M50s just because I wasn't too sure about the audio, and there is a difference. It's not too drastic where, if you just get a pair of these, whatever you're doing, whatever you're mixing is ruined, but you are better off putting your money somewhere else. I mean, you could get an open box version of the ATH M30Xs for pretty much the same price or cheaper. So, you can find monitors that are around this price range. These just aren't it, but they are so good for music. They're so comfortable. The comfort is really what has sold me on these. They're lightweight, they're comfortable, they're great for music. Sucky monitors though, sucky monitors. And I'm a bit salty about that, I will admit that, but it's not something dramatic, guys. So if you want a pair of these, get them on Amazon. They're about $50. There's not too many reviews out there on them, but just trust me on this. They are great for music. Just don't expect any monitoring out of them. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe. There will be more to come. I will see you guys next time. Bye.